What's going on, fans of the fourth industrial revolution? It's me, Jeremy Alexander Newsom, and I trust you are having an absolutely splendid time. Wanted to say, for those who have recently joined the IR4 podcast, thanks so much for being a part of the team. I truly appreciate it. It's hoping to grow and continue to create brainwaves for people across the world. Got a really cool interview coming up for you this week, next week. Every single week. Content is phenomenal. Let's look at Big Daddy Bitcoin and BTC USD coming down into that support. So that's the one that we're talking about. For those who access our exclusive Saturday updates, I was mentioning that this is a really good support level, and honestly, I would love, and I kind of hope, kind of want it to trade down into that price and just kind of slowly bounce. So this is a really key level, obviously, and the weekly chart, we have a new week. The 100 simple is now at 43.90, so every single week it's going to get a little bit higher and higher. And what I'm kind of hoping, keeping my fingers crossed on a little bit, is that this becomes an inverted head and shoulders pattern. So I do love this location. We have a nice line in the sand. A lot of people are going to be watching here. Obviously, it's pretty uncomfortable to buy down here, but all things considered, welcome to NPR. All things considered, you are making a higher low, so that's kind of cool. And realistically, this is a pretty solid spot. So unless we take out the low of today's candle, which is certainly possible, I would like to see a little bit more of some congestion, consolidation, and eventually a bounce, very similar to like we got back in April. So start getting planned and ready for that. Here's Dash, US dollar, over here on Kraken, and it's up 11% right now. And what did it do? Traded down to that support. So this is, again, exactly what I mentioned on Saturday, just a few days ago. And if you are on Saturday and watch that update, you probably bought around here at about 289 and some change. And you're up a little bit. So love the candle. Huge location. The low of these two candles is almost a tweezer bottom. So if Dash breaks that low, yeah, it's going to go to the low 200s pretty fiercely. Again, there's not a whole lot to see on the weekly chart, but I do like the candles. I really do like the locations, and I am certainly keeping an eye on this spot. Stellar Lumen, illuminating the skies today, pulling down to that 100 simple. Very cute candle, good spot. There's a lot of things that look like good long locations, at least as of today. Zcash Bitcoin on Bittrex is pulled down to 0.03, and just sitting here at the the 100, 200. So it's had a really good pop. So here's the pop, and here's this double bottom neckline retest. So we will get to see if it does indeed bounce out of here. Your Litecoin, for example, LTC USD over here on Coinbase, up a smidge, 6% on the daily right now. Here's the weekly, and again, you still have these trend lines that are still intact at the present moment in time. So again, not saying the end of the world here. We did trade to a really key support level today and yesterday on Memorial Day. So for those who are strong technicians and for those who have phenomenal trading plans, great risk mitigation tactics, and are incredibly disciplined, you likely bought some positions down here. I did buy as well. And let's see if we can bounce. So Litecoin, here's Ethereum, ETH USD on Coinbase. Here's the weekly chart, and again, all these candles look the same, but just on Saturday mentioned that we likely would have a little bit of a lower low, flash lower, then hopefully we bounce. So now we have pretty much our line in the sand with good volume, good candles, good location, good price. If it does break these lows, without question, the cryptocurrency market will head a little bit lower. So now we have the line in the sand. If you're buying the dip down here, if you're looking at hopping in, I'm not saying it's going to just fly to the moon tomorrow. Of course, in the crypto space, that's possible. But most likely, you're going to see a little bit of a chop, a little bit of consolidation, a little bit of a bouncy bounce. Kind of like we got over here for the better part of a week and a half, 2 weeks. I think is hopefully best case scenario. Obviously, something better could happen. But we chop around and eventually just pop a little bit higher. Again, I still like the weekly. I love this pullback. This pullback looks really good. So we broke higher, retested, and looking for this bounce to occur. So fingers crossed, keeping an eye on it, seeing what we're going to do. But overall, I love this location. I'm happy that it's occurring here. And if I were to bust out a fib, and I did it from the exact high to the exact low, you'll see that we really did get about that 61.8% retracement level. Now, if I sync it up a little bit more and get it to this fib right here, and then just kind of draw it to this really primary move right about there, we did break this, we did bounce off the 68. We did break below it, which is a little bit of a warning signal, but we immediately regained it. So as long as we hold this price, we should be okay for now. At least, hey, that's the plan. So mitigate your risk, plan your trades accordingly. For some of you, you're still holding longer term, which is absolutely fine. This market's open 24/7, 365. No rest in sight. So you get a lot of candles pretty quickly. And I still think we're going to be in a span for the next few weeks to months where we just kind of chop around, hang out, chill out, and trade sideways. But if this does end up becoming a higher low, which I think it will, this is a fantastic spot for it to happen. And I would just absolutely love to see some surge monsters pop their head out on Ethereum and some of the other cryptocurrencies and just let this baby rock. Well, that's my free Tuesday coin market update. Thank you so much, folks, for tuning in to the IR4 podcast here on YouTube and or Patreon. If you are watching it on YouTube, make sure to click that red subscribe button down there. Feel free to subscribe to our podcast channels. We're going to have some great interviews coming up every single week. And ladies and gentlemen, thanks so much for being here. Until then, remember, love, live, learn. You guys rock.